Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about a slide technique called raking. Raking is that crunchy sound you get when you drag the slide across the strings while muting with your right hand. So something like... I particularly love this technique because it's somewhere in between taking musical rests and playing musical notes. Sometimes when you're soloing, you want to fill the empty space, but you don't want to do it with notes. Particularly, it allows you to keep the energy up in your solo while also changing up your phrasing and exploring new ideas. That may not make much sense right now, but we'll look through an example in a little bit. So let's just get right into it. There are two basic ways to rake. The first is raking up the neck, and the second is raking down the neck. We'll talk about raking down the neck first. There are a few key things you want to do with this. The first being to keep your left hand, your sliding hand, loose. If you're too tight, you may fret out on the way down. So like, you don't want that. You want nice and smooth, relaxed left hand. As far as the right hand, I don't focus on making contact with all the strings. I just focus on making contact with the first one. Sometimes you'll hit the first three. It's okay. I'm not thinking just... And after raking down, you just want to focus on hitting the next note. So... When you get the hang of it, you won't really think about it. It'll become more of a rhythmic habit. But it's important to understand when to use it with power, when to use it softly, and when to not use it at all. This comes with understanding what you're trying to say with your playing before you play it. There's a lot of power in letting there be open space in a solo. So I want to talk over one of my solos with you guys. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention to the raking in this video. Let's check it out. You'll notice everything nice and calm, relaxed. There's no raking in between the phrases. Still no raking. Now things start coming up, big rake back. You'll notice big rakes in between all of these phrases. This keeps the energy up. Right? We're still going the solo. And then finally, we reach the top. Big note, okay. And then we bring it back down. You'll notice no raking in between the phrases. Keeping things nice and relaxed, nice and calm. We're just singing with the guitar, not trying to build anything. Okay, great. So what you'll notice there is that I use raking to keep up the energy while being able to change my phrasing, right? And explore new ideas. So, and that's what I use it for the most part. You can also rake up into a note, which I usually do when I'm working up the neck on one string. So I'll go... So this requires right hand muting that raking down doesn't. I think the major thing to keep in mind with this is that you're plucking the string, not striking it. So striking would be... Plucking is... Striking, plucking. Because when you're plucking, your hand is already in a position to mute the other strings. If I'm striking, it becomes very difficult. So if I'm raking into a note on the B string, my index finger will already be underneath it. You want to strum through the first three strings with your thumb, and right before you pluck the note, bring your thumb back down against the strings to mute them. It's almost like a flam between the thumb and the plucking finger for any drummers out there. You can practice this by just going straight up the minor pentatonic scale. I'll do it in E. One more thing that I want to note is that the more distorted your tone is, the crunchier the rake will sound. So that's all I wanted to share for today. I hope you guys found these tips useful, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.